I quit social media for 613 days, but so many people find it so difficult to step away from their phone and step away from the constant scrolling, the feeds, the algorithm. And so in this video, I'm going to give you a little bit of motivation of the 5 lessons that I learned from quitting social media for so long. You're going to learn 2 things. You're going to learn my 5 biggest lessons from being off social media for so long. And I'm also going to teach you exactly how to do this as well. So lesson number 1 is your agency will improve. So basically this comes from the less ideas that are coming into your brain from social media, being force fed to you by influencers and educators. The less ideas that you have like that, naturally, the more you'll be able to self-experiment. And this is exactly what happened to me. And in that time frame, I've been able to learn so much about myself, trying my own different diets, my own training style, my own productivity hacks. And you just have a bit more agency over your own decisions in your own life without being force-fed what exactly you need to do off of other people on social media. And I'll give you an example of this. So in school, you were probably taught the same thing that I was taught, and this is the food pyramid. And this is what they tell you is a healthy way of eating, where you have most of your diet is made up of carbs. You're gonna have fruits and vegetables, up the pyramid as well. And then you're gonna have like yogurt and milk and cheese and like a little bit of meat and fish, but not too much. You're mainly gonna have most of your diet be made up of bread, pasta, carbs, and that sort of thing. But then you go into social media and you're actually taught, no, you need to just eat meat. You need to eat liver. You need to eat steak. You need to eat beef and raw honey and raw milk. And you hear all these weird bits of diet advice with these weird foods. And you think, well, that can't be healthy. And you have doctors saying that you can't do that because of cholesterol and all these different diet advice. You have vegans who are telling you, no, you can't eat meat. Actually, meat is really bad for you. It has lots of cholesterol in it. It's going to give you gout. It's going to give you a heart attack. And you have all these different influencers telling you what you need to eat. So what did I do? Since coming off of social media, I just thought, I'll just try my own diet and I'll come up with a conclusion myself rather than being told what to do. So I tried the carnivore diet. I tried carnivore diet for a week. I found really good benefits from the carnivore diet in terms of my mental clarity and how productive I could be. But there was some drawbacks to it as well. Like I really struggled to sleep on the carnivore diet, among some other things. You can go watch my video that I did like 2 years ago on where I document that experience. But this is called an N of 1 experiment. And this is basically just an experiment where the number of subjects in the experiment is 1. And that subject is yourself. And when you can get off social media and stop sort of flittering between all these different bits of advice and these different tactics, these different online businesses, and you can just think, you know what, I'm just going to try what I think works and what makes sense for me. That's agency. And your agency is going to increase the less time you spend on social media, and especially when you come off of social media. Lesson 2. I have way more free time than what I thought I had, and you probably have way more free time too. So this is a stat that I could not believe, but you can Google this, and like there was a survey that was done, but the average person spends 2 hours and 23 minutes per day on social media. That's in the US. It might be different in the UK where I'm from, but it's probably around that. So what is that? That is 6.95 years, assuming you live to 80 years old. And that's in the worst case scenario. So 6.95 years of your life spent scrolling, spent looking at memes. Now, a lot of you are probably watching this thinking, well, social media is not going to be a thing when I'm 80 years old and I'm only like 18 or something right now. So this is like a bullshit stat. Okay, fine. Let's make it more realistic. So you're probably 20 right now, or maybe you're like 19, 20 years old, whatever. You've probably been using social media for about 3 years. It's fair to say. Let's say you've been using social media for about 3 years. So by this point, you've already spent 4 months of your life scrolling through social media, if you're spending around 2 hours a day. Now, some of you, you're going to rebel against this advice and you're going to say, no, Joe, I only spend an hour a day on social media, so that's not too bad. Well, it's still 2 months, mate. And some of you, unfortunately, are probably spending longer than 2 hours and 20 minutes a day on social media, because that's an average stat, right? That's the average amount of time. Some people are spending 3-4 hours a day per day on social media, which means if you've spent 3 years on it already, you've actually spent closer to 6 to 8 months of your life scrolling through your phone. Now, what could you achieve in that time frame? In that time frame that I have, quit social media, deleted all the apps, and just focused purely on the YouTube channel, on self-improvement and trying to become a better person, I have been able to build up my gym at the physique. I've been able to build up my physique at the gym. And yeah, it's not where I want it to be, but it's way better than it was a few years ago. I've been able to dedicate a lot of that time to upskilling myself and building this business, building this YouTube channel. And ultimately, it's enabled me to learn a bunch of skills which I now get paid for online, which has allowed me to quit my 9-to-5 job, which I've been in for the last 4 years, and move to Thailand. So I'm not currently in Thailand, as you can probably tell, but I'm moving to Thailand in 2 weeks' time. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to Thailand. And that would not have been possible if I was spending this 2 hours a day on social media, because I would not have had time to build up this business as I have to be confident enough to actually leave my hometown and leave the country. Lesson number 3, I'm less horny. And some of you are going to think, well, that's a bit weird. Like, all right, cool, good for you. But this is actually a good thing. It makes you so much more consistent with not watching porn. Now, if you're a young guy like me, you probably have that issue where you watch porn every night. And I used to be just the same as you, okay? Used to watch porn every night, wank every night. I would have weird kind of perspectives on women, right? And I was just super horny, like this horny little kid. And all I wanted to do was watch porn. And it was genuinely getting in the way of me working, feeling good. And my room just smelled like jizz, right? And it's not a good thing. It's generally, we can all agree that watching porn every day and fapping all the time is a bad thing. And a lot of people, probably you, want to stop watching porn. And when you get off social media, you stop seeing all the really attractive, sexy influencers who pop up on your feed who are kind of doing this soft porn, right? Where they're wearing full clothes and everything, but they're like out at some bar and they're just really fit and they're wearing like revealing clothes and stuff like that. When you see these kind of videos in your feed, it doesn't initially make you think, oh, I need to go watch porn now. But in the background of your mind, it's just making you more and more horny, just being exposed to all that shit. And it makes you so much more likely to go off there and like willpower's low and kind of just go and watch porn. Lesson number 4 is it's changed the way that I view society, people in general. Now, this is something that you probably can't relate to right now. Maybe you can a little bit, and I'm going to give you a good example in a second, which is going to really drive this point home. But it's kind of sad when you actually quit social media, because you realize that people don't care about other people anymore. In this modern day of social media, people would rather spend their time and attention locked into their digital world that's in their pocket rather than smiling at people, right? People don't smile at other people anymore. People don't care, right? No one smiles. Everyone's AFK. That means away from keyboard. It's like a gaming term, right? And everyone's AFK. Everyone's like, I was on the train today. I went to Leeds and I'm just sat there. Like I've got headphones on. I've got some music on. I'm looking out the window. It's a lovely sunny day in the UK. And then I look around to the train and everyone's just there. No one's looking outside at the sun. No one's people watching. No one cares. Everyone just is locked into like their own life and what's going on in their feed, what's going on in the world, the news. And it is just sad. And I'll give you a good example here. So this is a video I would recommend that you go watch after you've watched this video. And you can type this in on YouTube, just like New Year's 2000 versus New Year's 2024. And it's a video that is basically just showing what New Year's Day was like in the year 2000, where everyone's around each other. There's tens of thousands of people. Everyone's really excited for the big new year, and like everyone's smiling, everyone's hugging each other, they've got their arms around each other, everyone's all connected, and it's a really good atmosphere. And then the video cuts to 2024, where it is literally just everyone on their phones. No one is like enjoying the moment together. Everyone's just capturing the same moment. It makes no sense, because look, everyone's got their phone out with the New Year's thing to put it on their feed. Everyone's there. Everyone can see that it's New Year. Everyone is watching this on TV probably. Why are people like these zombies that are just filming it, right? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. And this is like, it pisses me off a little bit. And you probably think right now that it's not a big issue. But once you have quit social media, which I hope you do after this video, once you finally take that decision to get rid of your social media, you're going to start to see this and you're going to start to understand how sad this situation actually is. And that is one of the big lessons that I have learned from getting rid of social media. Lesson number 5. This is the last lesson. My mental health has improved massively. So when I was an avid social media user, something happens interesting to you when you become addicted to social media, like a lot of people probably are. Your dopamine gets all fucked up. When your brain is having constant dopamine spikes throughout the day, your average baseline dopamine decreases below baseline. So the more times you use social media, essentially, the less happy you are in the kind of background in life in general, and you become a little bit reliant on social media, almost like an addict would be with drugs or alcohol, although it's not as fast, but it's kind of a slow killer. And that is what happened to me. I was just genuinely not feeling good in life. I wasn't happy with where I was, and I was getting very frustrated at the fact that I would have this impulsive behavior where I'd go to pick up my phone, and it was pissing me off. And now my mental health is so much better. I actually feel so good for once in life on the direction that I'm going, even with this YouTube channel, right? I run this YouTube channel with 1,300 subscribers, and that's not a lot of subscribers, and it's not a big YouTube channel. And there's so many other YouTube channels out there with so much a bigger audience, bigger quantity of subscribers who aren't even as happy as me because they themselves as a person know that they're addicted to social media and their mental health is all fucked up because of it. Think of all the bad news and all the negativity that I don't have to witness every day because I'm not scrolling through my phone. I'm not seeing all the fucked up shit in my feeds. I just get to, live my life, improve myself, work on this passion project that I have, go to the gym and spend time with my friends with no screens. And I just feel better, right? It's such a more simple way of living, and your mental health is going to massively improve once you take that step to get rid of social media. So how can you do the same thing? Well, there's so many different ways that you can quit social media, but the easiest way is to just delete the actual apps. So after you've watched this video, I want to give you a challenge, right? And this challenge is to delete your social media apps. Now, don't get yourself stressed, okay? I'm not saying that you need to delete your profiles, your precious profiles, all them followers. Oh, fuck, I'm going to lose my follow count. I know that you're stressed about that, mate. Don't worry about your profiles. They'll stay there. They're not going to go anywhere. They're connected to your Google account, okay? Just delete the apps off of your phone. There's 2 ways you can do this. There's the bitch version and there's the non-bitch version. So the bitch version is where you hold down the app and you press remove from home screen. And that means that you know deep down in your mind that you can still navigate to that app. Don't do the bitch version. Do the proper version, delete the app and then delete the app data and get it off your phone so that if you want to go back onto that app, you have to re-download it and stuff like that, okay? Fully get rid of the app off your phone. And this challenge I want you to do for 7 days. So 7 days from now, I want you to have deleted social media and not been on it for 7 days. And I want you just to see how you feel and report back on this video and comment and leave me some feedback on how that has made you feel. That is the biggest challenge for most people. It's just getting over that hump of making that decision to actually delete the apps because you're worried about something. It's your brain getting in the way of you deleting it because your brain is hooked on it like an addict is hooked on meth. And it's like someone taking the meth away and the addict's like, no. Even though the addict knows that it's bad for them, they still want the meth, right? And that's just the primal brain, the dopamine that's all fucked up. It needs that meth, right? And that's you right now. So my challenge is for 7 days, just get rid of it and see how you feel. So lastly, check the top link in the description. I've got a free school community, completely free. It's not going to be free quite soon, okay? Maybe in about a week. I'm going to make that school community paid because in that community, I teach people, young guys like you, how to get rid of social media and then not only just get rid of it, stay off of it, and then not only just stay off of it, actually use that additional time that you just bought back from getting rid of social media to do something productive with your life and just improve yourself overall, improve your mental health, kind of get back to normality after you have got rid of social media. And that community is free. So go ahead, press the top link in the description and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video, mate. I hope that was helpful to you. I'd really appreciate it if you left some feedback in the comment section. I'm always trying to improve these videos and see how I can help you more. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, mate, and I'll see you in the next one.